Peace. See, a lot of people they mistake this right here as just, you know what I'm saying, as decoration, as, you know what I'm saying, something that I wear off a show and things like that, not understanding that the wise man understands sign and symbolism. And I don't wear this for decoration. I don't wear this to look good. I don't wear this for style. This represents something in the ethers. This represents something in the spirit realm. This represents something within my inner spirit and my soul. This represents the intuitive side. This represents the prophetic side. This represents all intuitive things, mystical things, and mystical light within the person. And y'all know what I'm trying to get at with this. This represents the inner light that was turned on within inside of me. The inner light. Get what I'm saying? Energy, inner light. So, with all that being said is, when I'm speaking to a certain person, I was speaking about a certain situation. I was saying something about how this individual is doing a certain thing on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I said this is a purposeful act. This is something that's planned, purposeful, for an intention set, for a certain response. This is the reason this person is doing these things. This is the reason this person is keeping up this chaotic motion and things like that, because of the simple fact they want a response. And the thing is, you will say to yourself, most people, even if you don't know them, most people will attack you and do things towards you because they see something in you that they don't see in themselves. It could be that they might think you're handsome, or they might think you look good, they might think they might listen to your conversation and realize you're very intelligent, you're smart. These are things that can stir up envy and jealousy in people to a point where they'll start to act, do certain things to attack you and things like that, all because you're into your light, you're into your divine self, you're comfortable with yourself, you're at peace with yourself, you're at harmonious loving with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even though you've been through a lot of things in life, a lot of people know secrets about me, things about me, and they realize I still got a good spirit by myself. You get what I'm saying? My spirit is not broken by anything, and with that, that's where the attacks come. The attacks from the spirit realm are coming towards me to try to weaken my spirit, and I won't allow it. You know what I'm saying? I won't allow nothing. What the devil set to make me feel bad about myself, what the devil's intention was to make me feel some type of way, only helped me. And they mad about that. A lot of people mad about a lot of things because I'm able to use alchemy and a lot of things as I approach life. You get what I'm saying? Even with this little ordeal that's going on with the chaotic situation. You know what I'm saying? Even with that, I'm understanding something that's getting me to understand a broader perspective. It's also getting me to understand people. You get what I'm saying? Because when one domino falls, all of them falls. And I've been saying to myself, I've been telling a certain situation that's been going on, a chaotic situation that's been going on around here. And I was telling them last time about this is a planned act. This is something that a motherfucker know what they're doing. And it was like, well, maybe they don't know if you don't tell them, and this and this and this and that, and this and this and this and that. And I said, first of all, I pay attention to patterns. I pay attention to the actions of people. First of all, this person next door that caused a lot of chaos, emotion, been over here for about a year. Been over here since last summer. I've been here for 2 years. A year and a half going on 2 years. So I was here a year before she was here. Going on a year with she got. So therefore, I've been over here damn near 9-10 months, you know what I'm saying, with one neighbor before her. And, quiet. You hear noise, but not like that. Okay. When this person first got over here, I was sitting outside. And speaking of, I was wearing this artifacts right here with another artifacts. You know what I'm saying? I was wearing it on my neck. I had 2 artifacts on, and I was sitting out there on my phone right here, right there by that little that railing. And I had looked down. This is my first time seeing her. Well, I seen her one time when I was going that way. She was coming up here with an older guy. And this is, I don't know how old the girl is. I think she's in her late 30s, maybe early 40s. I don't know. Weirdo, though. I seen her, and then I came, and that's another part of my story I want to share, too. I came, and whatever, I seen her, woo-woo. I ain't think no thing over, so okay, it's another neighbor over there, black chick, woo-woo. Me, on the other hand, I ain't never really, like I said, I had my times throughout life. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human. I'm a man. I had lustful habits. We all had lustful habits to the point where we lust over things. And I did things in life that, lust cost me, things to happen just for lust. You know what I'm saying? Being in lustful situations that that I gotta, learn from and live with for the rest of my life due to lust. You know what I'm saying? So with this, it helped me cultivate a discipline over myself with lust. So now I start to cultivate certain disciplines with myself. You know what I'm saying? I try not to, have eye discipline too. Well, I know where to put my eyes at when I'm looking at women, not looking at their body parts. Sometimes it might shift over there. I try to look back up at them, make eye, things, trying to get that lustful spirit out. And a lot of men are not practicing that. They're not practicing lust control, things like that. So 90% of men are not practicing, and 10% or 5% of the men. It's a very low percentage. I say 95% men and 95% is. So out of that 95%, you're still the oddball when women come around, especially if you're a handsome man. You know what I'm saying? And you're not lustful. Because most people think in the world, when you think visual and things like that, when you think of a handsome person, the first thing you think is sexual things. So I understand that people look at me in sexual ways. I understand that. Women and guys, I understand this. And people say, oh, God, yeah, gay people. People, like I said, this is nothing new. All my life, people just been attracted to me. Even straight guys look at me. They might not know why. They might not be looking at me like that, but they always staring at me. I know basically what I'm trying to say is I know my presence stand out when I go in people's presence. So everybody notices me. But when it comes to women, and they use the lustful guys and things like that, and you're a handsome guy, but you're not lustful, you're not to a point where you're not seeking relationships right now, you're more to a point where you just focus on yourself, you're more in tune with your peace, you're worried about your family, like your children, if you got children, things like that, you're worried about things like that, thinking of how can you self-develop to help them when they get, you know what I'm saying? So right now I'm in that stage of, working on self. I'm in that stage of building for myself in life. I'm not really too much worried about a companion or a relationship right now. That's not on my mind. Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm doing something I never done. It's go just be without, lustful attention, be without any relationship, just to focus on building myself and building the things that I want to build up and letting the universe guide that right individual with the same energy flow and purpose that I have into my life, so it can be a purposeful relationship. The reason a lot of people, relationships don't work out because in reality, everybody was created for an energetic partner. See, the world taught us to find a partner that we want based off of looks, status, and things like that, and then usually the energies might be different. You might have the money that you want when you date them or she dates him, whatever, but the energy, y'all energetic DNA might be different. The things that, you know what I'm saying? And that's how some people fall off their path, because they get with the wrong people that pull them off their path. They can pull their light out. They can, you know what I'm saying? You were supposed to be a school teacher, but you got with a guy that didn't want, all he wanted to do was party and this and that. So you spent time going out partying and traveling and doing this and that, and you wanted to spend time educating yourself to be a teacher. So it's like it did damn near took you off your path. So that's why you're supposed to find that twin flame or that soulmate to align yourself with that right person to help you on your purposeful journey. That's what relationships are really for, not for what man told us relationships for. It's really to help us on our soul's journey. But anyway, by me not being a lustful man, I know most women, they see me, they get attracted to me, especially if if you're not all up on them like most guys do and shit like that. Then they get thinking, what's wrong with this motherfucker? Is he gay, or is he this and this and that? And they barely question themselves and ask, maybe he just got lust control. The reason they don't ask themselves that, because it's unheard of that a man has lust control. That's unheard of. So the first thing they think, maybe something wrong with him, maybe he's gay, maybe he's this, maybe he's that, maybe he's this because he's this and that, and not understanding. This took me years to practice. You know what I'm saying? This ain't shit that came overnight. It's just something I practice. I've been practicing lust control. Try not to look at certain things. When I watch certain movies with sex and things, I turn it off. I'll skip the scene. That's called lust control. Because what you feed your mind and your body is how you move and how you think. So if you feed your mind lustful things, everything's about desires, everything you watch, everything you listen to, anything you hang around, that's how you're going to move and operate. As above, so below. You get what I'm saying? As below, so above. So what's inside of you comes out of you. I tell a person, you can know what a person thinks about half of the time on how they act and how their actions are and what they speak about. That's how you can tell. Most people, when you talk to them, most of the time they always talking about depressed and shit. So that lets you know they're a depressed person. Most people talk about the past a lot. That lets you know that you talking about the person that's stuck in the past. Most people talk about the future too much, and the future ain't here. That's the person that you think that's living a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So you know where their mind is at too. Like, so I'm sitting in here. Motherfucker come knock at the door. And this is my first time seeing a motherfucker. And she said, all right, hey neighbor, how you doing? You got some change? And I said, yeah, I got a little change. Here you go. Boom, boom. Go wash your clothes. I always been a kind-hearted motherfucker. One thing I'm about to learn, A lot of people take your kindness for a weakness. They really do. That's why I tell people, be careful. Always keep your kind heart and be a loving person. But now you got to also have a discipline and a balance to be able to say no and fuck that. And this is not, this is that. And it might sound harsh sometimes, but sometimes you have to do that. Because some people, you got to set boundaries. And, boom, I gave it a chain. Next thing you know, knocking at my door again. Open the door. I go out the door. I look. I don't see nobody out here, so I look at Dang, and I look at her door. She's right there. Yo, I'm sorry, I need another quarter. Yeah, and I said, yeah, sure, here you go. And she said, I'll pay you back. I said, don't worry about it. Just keep it. It's nothing but change. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? You just moved in. I'm your neighbor. I'm just trying to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Just like a little hospitality. You just got here, just not meeting you for the first time. Woo woo. But other than that, my name is Woo Woo, and I ain't really even introduce my name. I ain't even tell my name. I just say woo. And motherfuckers around here know me. They know I keep to myself. People know me. I don't bother nobody. A lot of people might dislike that I keep to myself, but that's a problem that they have to deal with. It's not my issue. People that dislike that I keep to myself are people that probably have negative energy, chaotic energy, and they want to come in and destroy my peace. It's the reason it's an issue that I keep to myself, because I won't allow people to steal my peace. That's why it's a problem. And I feel that that's what is the issue around here. That's what I feel like around here. Since I've been staying here, I feel like a large amount of people around here have an issue with me keeping to myself, because it blocks out the access for them to bring negative energy to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep to myself a lot, because I know that's what people, that's why I wear this. This is what this represents. This represents me being in tune with deeper mysteries of life, being in tune with the other side of life. Because it's not just this physical side, we have a spiritual side. And I understand that demonic spirits and energies operate inside of willing vessels that's not understanding what's going on. And a lot of these people are being used by vessels. You know what I mean? They don't know. They might just think, oh, I just don't like them. And I have the natural right not to like them. I don't know why I don't like them. I just don't like them. And you have the right not to like them. But at the end of the day, it's really a demonic spirit, and you encourage you not to like me just because of my peaceful spirit. You get what I'm saying? I realize I'm attacked because I have a peaceful spirit. I won't allow nobody to steal my peace. Get what I'm saying? That agitates demons within these individuals. So they begin, and they see you minding your business, you keep to yourself like that. They see that you have a sense of peace. You don't seem sad or depressed. There'll be some people that'll project that onto you and say, "Oh, are you sad? If you need to talk about it, ain't nothing wrong with me. Hell, I'm good. I'm in good spirits." Because they so used to people that's in good spirit of being like a person that they think it's because if to be in a good spirit, you have to be sociable. Everybody's not sociable people. Some of us are sociable, like me. I'm like a balanced social to a point. I only socialize when I feel like there's a point that I need to be socializing. Just like when I do these videos, I'm socializing with the internet community. So therefore, I only do these videos when I feel like I need to speak about something or socialize. I just don't get on here every day just to be seen. You get what I'm saying? Like most people do. And if I do get on here every day, best believe I have something to talk about. But the whole thing is, what I'm trying to say is, people see your piece, they try to steal it. You know what I'm saying? And these staff around here will say that I don't know what I'm talking about, because I was telling the lady last time I said, but let me go ahead and stay in the store. She started making noise over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, noise. When it first started, I didn't pay no attention to it. Then I got to realize it was at a certain time. Now, I have a lot of spiritual wisdom. I understand things about spirituality. I understand things about the etheric, metaphysical realms, and things like that. So I understand that between the hours of 3 and 5 o'clock, within the cosmos or the space realms, certain ethers or energies thin, which open up certain energy portals within the sky. These energy portals send out different spirits and things from different galaxies and stuff that come down to Earth. Now, this is real. This is where spirits, demonic spirits and dark come from all over different places. You got angels and you got demons. And these are energies, though. They're not like actual people that we think they're energies. And these energies, that's why when you hear people doing certain rituals and things like that, they wear that at a certain time of night, they want to moon. Because these hours are very potent hours to do magic. And another type of magic is noise magic. Noise magic disrupts the mind of the individual that is directed towards, and it makes them start to have chaotic thoughts in their mind where they can't think, because now you got all types of shit, especially when it's late at night. And these are demonic spirits. This noise are actual demonic spiritual vibrational energies being sent towards you. And now you waking up, you got all types of negative thoughts in your head. You're thinking and you can't think, and you know you need to be doing this and you just can't think, and you wonder why? Because you were disturbed out of your, especially at a certain time of night when the portals are thinner, you're being disturbed out of your sleep. When you sleep and you get downloads from the universe, when you sleep, you get charged up, your body get charged up. When them demons come over here through the sound of noise, it disturbs that. And it disrupts the downloads. Now I can't get the downloads. Whatever downloads that it might be, it might have a download of giving me an idea to go apply for a certain job this day. I might get this job today. These are downloads. Thoughts are downloads. You might say, damn, it was a reason I came over here. I didn't know when I came over here today. Something told me to come over here and do this. And I came over here and did that. And this happened. I'm glad I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, how like that happened? Those are called downloads. Something inside of you was downloaded and told you to do that. You just didn't know you was being guided by a download that led you to a prosperous manifestation. Now, when demons interrupt you around that time, that means you're on the verge of manifestation. See, I'm a master manifestator. I can manifest shit if I put my mind stay focused. That's why I'm always interrupted. That's why I realize when you get attacked by demonic spirits, you got to pay attention to how you're being attacked. Because that'll show where most of your power is at. My power is in speech. And it's in thinking. That's why my peace is always disturbed. And that's why a lot of people, when I speak, a lot of people shout at me out and just dismiss what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is very powerful. So the demons will sit there and make people believe, oh, he don't know what he's saying. Because I realize I speak the deepest. And they could be people not speaking about a goddamn thing. They could just be talking about the goddamn football game, what they ate for dinner, and this and this and that. And that's just an interesting conversation to a normal person. But to me, when I speak about shit like I'm speaking about now to an average person, they don't comprehend what I'm saying. But to a real listener, they understand everything I'm saying right now. Now, I'm paying attention to the patterns. I'm starting to realize something. I'm saying, hold the fuck up. This is unusual. This is the time of night, then you turn it up, then you turn it up. Then you gotta ask yourself, what noise is being heard of? I don't hear no R&B music coming from over. That's a one. I hear a lot of fucking blowing up explosions and growling beasts and shit like that. So that lets you know she has a demonic spirit within her. As above, so below. What inside of you will come out. What you're interested in is what's inside. When you're interested in a whole lot of demonic ass shit, movies, music, and shit like that, that's most likely what the kind of energy you have within you. Destructive, chaotic energy. That's why you like those type of things. You get what I'm saying? So when you have that understanding, and I wear this because I have that understanding. When you have that understanding of some shit, you understand that, okay, this motherfucker has some fucked up energy over here. The shit she turned on, they turned on rock and roll early in the morning. We all know that most rock and roll music is demonic music. But come on now, we put it together now. And then you doing this shit all the time. You doing this shit every other day. Then she'll slow down and stop for a day or two to throw you off. Then she'll start back again, do it again. So she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. It's a pattern. Been doing it for months. Been doing it. And me being compassionate, I say, I'm going to ignore this motherfucker. Because I understand she wants me to come over there and knock at the door and get an argument. I'm not going to do no shit. We don't do shit like that. Because first of all, we gods. We understand the deeper meaning of everything. We understand that when people do shit, they're not just doing it to do it. They got their intention. What's their intention? I don't know, because I'm not going to find out. You get what I'm saying? That's the whole point. Curious niggas go find out and then fuck around and regret that they had to go try to find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it smart and go tell the land or these people or tell this person that you go tell them. Because your job is to look over everything, over the property, make sure everything. My job is not to go confront anybody around here if I got an issue. My job is to confront. If it's an issue that can be approached and with another adult, and it can be approached maturely, and I know that adult's a mature person, I know they're a reasonable person, and I know whatever they're doing is not intentional. Like say for instance, my neighbor over here in a wheelchair, if he was slamming the door going in the building, and I know he don't do it intentionally, I might say, hey sir, at a certain time of the night, if you go out the door, can you try not to slam the door, because that wakes me up? He might say, oh, I'm sorry, sir, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Okay, understood. I can approach you, but if I know you're doing something intentionally, I'm not going to approach you because I know it's intentionally for me to approach you. I'm not going to do that for a trap to be set. I'm not going to do that. I'm too wise for shit like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that energy you giving me and go give it to the people that it's really supposed to be for, which is the staff around here, because it's their job to see you. In reality, you're not just disrespecting me, because in reality, I don't own shit over here. I can't tell her to be quiet, shut the fuck up, because I don't own nothing over here. I have rights, but at the end of the day, I still don't own nothing over here. Get what I'm saying? Don't nobody over here own nothing. We all staying here, whether it's for free or you're renting. We don't own this. So in reality, I don't own a goddamn thing. I can't just go tell the motherfucker. But what I can do is say, okay, now you violating one of my residential rights. I can't go report it to the manager that one of my residential rights are being violated. And you need to go handle it because that's your job description. They gonna tell me, well, maybe she just thought, maybe you didn't tell her before, maybe nothing. I don't have to nothing. We're not gonna sit there and explain shit for people that know what the fuck they doing. Cause some things don't need to be explained. Some things people just know. It's an inner knowing. That inner knowing we call it God conscious. We don't need a man to explain it, book to explain it, just something you know. That's why silence is a lot of knowledge in silence. That's why the most silenced person are the most wisest people, because they see everything that other people don't see, because their minds are too busy being filled up with noise and distractions. So when I'm in here trying to talk to these two women about the things that this person is doing, they looking at me, well, maybe, and I have to just say, well, yeah, maybe you're right. But I have to realize and understand that I'm not wrong. They just don't understand me because they're not that advanced in thinking yet. And it's no disrespect to them. It's just they wasn't given that spiritual understanding yet. And a lot of us have spiritual understanding. You feel what I'm saying? But they not in the deep reservoirs of their mind like I am. It's almost like being in a different grade level. I'm in a different mind level than most people. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing about life. The mind has different dimensions. Most people are on the first dimension of the mind thinking. When you open different paths of your mind, you can just open up all types of vortexes and just open up all types of calculated ways of thinking and become creative. That's how inventors become inventors. They have to sit in silence first and be thinkers and watchers and understand what the world needs to innovate and things like that. Smartest people are sitting in silence. Thinkers. Peace. But then the people that's chaotic, that sees that, they have to be more